All right, so we got the first side mounted up. This is at ride height because we're still on jack stands on the rear axle. And we got a lot more tucking than we had previously. I'll have to find some of the footage that I had from before. Damn it, boy. She's looking thick. So that is at ride height. And I'm going to run into all kinds of fitment issues here on the fender. Let's see. Up there. Boom. So I'm like tucking tire, but I need probably another inch or maybe a little bit more than an inch of ride height. When we did the rear brake setup, initially we did a test fit, and then like I said, I had to end up changing tire sizes to go down a little bit to have a little bit shorter sidewall. But we're pretty tight in there, but I think we're actually looking pretty good. I mean, I know this is still tight here, but this is actually pretty close to where my factory tires sit on the truck. So we can go walk around and take a look at the other side, but I mean, pretty darn close. Maybe within a half an inch or something like that, but I'm pretty confident these are going to work the way I measured them out. So we should be good on that, to be honest with you. Side profile down the side of the truck there. They're definitely wider, sticking out down the profile of the truck, but I think the tire tucks in well enough. I think we're going to be okay with it. And these are 275 60/15s that are on here now. And the ones on the other side of the truck are going to be 275 35. I'm sorry, 285 35 20s. So pretty similar size diameter. Just a little bit difference on how much the wheel is offset out. But she's looking mean though. I mean, check that out. And then here's the two tires side by side. I mean, pretty darn close. And yes, the irony is not lost on me that I'm running a 285 as the street compound, and then I'm running a 275, which is narrower, running a 275 as the drag compound. I realize that does seem a little bit weird. Normally people would go the other way around, go wider on the drags, but I've never really struggled with traction from a dig on this truck because it's pretty good weight balance, as well as doesn't have the super low end grunt torque because it's not supercharged. But it's more about reducing weight off the rolling mass of the truck. So, and then just kind of a cool look too. But anyways, we'll fit the other side on there, see how that one looks, and maybe we'll go take it for a spin. Did want to make a point here that the LMR wheels use the acorn style nuts, and the RaceStars use the flat style. They do have a loose washer on them, which is kind of a pain, but that's the RaceStar lug nuts. It's probably maybe a little bit heavier just because there's more metal there, but pretty close. So currently I've got the truck lifted completely off on the front, just to start lifting the truck back up so we can get it onto the ground. And you can see this side is aired out a little bit, and that means we are pretty hard compressing on this side, and we still got plenty of clearance in here. So it's still tight, but I can still I can still get fingers in here, so we're good on all that. Like I said, that's with the truck kind of twisting back pretty hard, so I'm happy with that. Get this thing back down all the way on the ground, and we'll see how she does on the road. All right, so now we are twisted the opposite direction, and we still have clearance, but we're getting real tight now. I still got a fingertip I can slide through here, but clearance is getting tighter and tighter. But I still feel pretty comfortable with that overall. So we'll see how she does. All right, we're all the way back down on the ground, and she is stuffed. But she's looking good though. The good news is, if I do have any sort of weird rubbing, I can always lift the back up just a little bit on coilovers, make a slight adjustment on it, and give myself a little bit more room without having to do a whole lot of work. So that's nice that I kind of had that built in, versus if this was still leaf spring. I mean, what are you going to do? Lift the truck up by putting a spacer in it or changing shackles again? Or that would be a lot to comparatively to twisting a couple coilover rings. So I'm happy with it. We'll see how she does on the road and see what happens. All right, so after my initial test drive, I did have just a touch of tire rubbing. I didn't hear it, didn't feel it, but definitely have evidence of such. So we're gonna adjust the ride height up just a tiny bit. So now I have the suspension at full droop. Yes, that's full droop. And we'll get maybe start with like a half a turn or something like that on the coilovers, and see what we can get out of adjustment wise here. Maybe a full turn. We'll see what adjustment looks like on it. And truth be told, if I were to actually take this thing to the track to run it, I probably would do some deleting parts or temporary removals, which should also bring our ride height up a little bit as well. Between pulling bed cover off or maybe dropping a spare out from under it or something like that. But any of those would be significant weight savings on the back of the truck. And so anyways, I'm rambling. I appreciate y'all checking out another video of mine, and I will catch you in the next one. Scoots. Wow. And no more wheel spin at the top of first. Really curious to see what I can actually put down on draggy now. That was not quite wide open throttle either. Let's see if we can get one more pass in this.